welcome to my channel. I'm already joking because I already know that ain't my real voice. Okay. Hello. Welcome to Down and Dirty with your girl, Dee Dee. And welcome to Sizzling Sundays. Okay, sizzle, sizzle, bitches. And today on the menu is beef sliders. Okay, on Hawaiian Rolls. And everybody knows everything's better with Hawaiian Rolls. Period. Okay, now you want to see this? Ooh, don't it look scrumptious? Let me show you how to make it. First, you need these ingredients. Hit a pause. You can see everything. You're going to need you a vegetable cutter 3000 with a little mandolin. And then, I know I did that real fast, but y'all should be careful because that will fuck your fingers up. Okay, part of my French. Now, you're just going to do as many as you like. I did about just one onion, I imagine. And then you're going to get you a bread knife. Okay, that's a serrated edge. That's your key. If you don't have one, try to get one. And then you're going to take that bread, hold that pressure, okay? Because sometimes it be getting a little wonky, okay? And it be getting off kilter. So keep pressure on it so you can get as even of a cut as possible. Separate it and then set that aside. Get you some paper towels because the next step, you're going to need to dry your beef. You should be doing this with steak in general, y'all. Don't ask me why. I learned it on the internet. Okay, pat that dry. Okay, it don't need to be soaked up and bloody. Okay, and yes, I washed my hands before and after, and I was washing my hands before 2020. Can y'all say the same? Okay, and then you're gonna keep patting to your desired dryness, and then we're gonna put some seasonings, some buttery steakhouse. Well, there's some Montreal grill steak seasoning. That's some garlic and herb. A little bit of salt, okay? You don't want to do too much because you're going to add some more later. Okay, you're going to flip that and you're going to do the same thing. Because why you got to hit it with it 2 times when you season it. Put your little olive oil. I like olive. Okay, that's the good oil to have. And a little butter. Okay, make sure your pan is up to temp. Okay, because I didn't do that this time. And I was tired. But that's okay. Because it's going to cook down anyways. Also, while this is happening, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees, okay? I know my oven hate to see that 350 coming. They hate it, okay? You're going to break it up, let it brown, keep cooking it down, and you also need some broth, okay? You can use vegetable, chicken, beef. You know, I don't use the beef broth, but I do use chicken. Okay, and you're going to season it again once you break it up a little bit, okay? Because this is a beef shaved steak, so it's kind of really compact. And you're going to cook that down till there's still some pink, and you're going to add that broth, okay? Or stock, whatever. You can use some bouillon cubes and some water. And add that little onion powder, okay? And hit it with the 2 times. Then you're going to keep browning it, okay? And let those juices, that broth, soak up from the meat and the seasonings. And then you're going to separate that meat out, okay? Because you're going to set that little juice, that little broth aside. That's going to be for dipping your sandwiches in. Kind of like an au jus, okay? Now put them onions in there. Now, if you like me, I like it like that. But somebody else was eating in my house. And so they didn't like vegetables, y'all. That's what it was. So you got to put a little of that broth back in there. Put them same seasonings you already used. And then cook them down till they're nice and brown and soft. But not too soft because you don't want them to be like mushy. Okay? So then you're going to remove them from the heat and put them somewhere else. I chose a paper plate. That's what I had. Use what you got. Then to a buttered or a sprayed dish, you're going to put your meat in there on top of the bread. Now, this is what I should have did. And y'all should do this. Okay? So this is a do as I say and not as I do. Put a layer of cheese on the bottom. That's where I went wrong. So let me make sure you go right. Okay? And that was not a play on my last name. Now, you're going to put them cheeses down. And you're going to see why it helps it stick to the bottom bread when you put the extra layer down there, okay? Then you're going to put that top layer back on. All right, now it's time to butter the top, okay? And you got to hit that with seasonings too. Some garlic and herb and some Italian, for color. Like they use paprika for color. Yeah, we using Italian herb seasoning for color. And you're going to put it on over there. Now, if you don't have a basting brush, use a spoon and go roll by roll because that'll be a lot easier than what I did because I wiped it down the sides, on the bottoms, and then you're going to put it in there for probably about 12, 15 minutes till it gets nice and brown. And then if you want to, you can put some more on top. Well, thank y'all for cooking with me today. I hope yours was as scrumptious as mine was. Okay, I do. And just remember, season your food. Love you. Don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe, please. And thank you. See y'all next week.